So after that controversial verse we got last week from Logic on that track with Juicy J, French Montana, ASAP Rocky, you know, it kind of had the internet buzzing. A lot of people were giving different opinions. A lot of people were, you know, basically counting Logic out, you know, saying that at this point his career is done. There's nothing left for Logic to give us. And while a lot of you guys actually, again, got clickbaited, because I said at the beginning of the video, the first 7 seconds of the video, that the fall of Logic and the rise and fall of Logic was a clickbait video. If you actually watched it, it was not bashing Logic. It was basically me just stating, you know, where Logic was at in his career, in my opinion, and you know, how the rattpack fans are feeling, and you know, how I'm feeling personally, and you know, how he's feeling, what I think he's feeling personally. So for you guys that like to just comment before you actually watch, suck my dick, bitch. But today, man, we got a new track from Logic. I know a lot of you guys are giving it hype. You guys have listened to the leaks. I'm not a leak guy. I listen to it when it comes out. But you guys have listened to it on a Logic Friday. It's a Logic Friday. I don't have the Henny with me. It's a Henny Thing Friday. Hey, happy Henny Thing Friday, each and every one of y'all. I know it's been a while since I hit y'all with the Henny Thing Friday. But happy Henny Thing Friday. Look, I just want Young Sasuke to flourish in life. All right, I understand that he's having a great time. He's in his bag. He's, you know, in terms of popularity, a top 20, even top 10 artist as of right now. But I feel like a lot of the rattpack and myself can kind of say that the quality is kind of just shifting. You know what I'm saying? Like, is the hunger still there? I feel like now you can't feed someone who's already fulfilled. You know, like if you can't be hungry when you just ate a full course meal. It just doesn't work like that. So I feel like right now the hunger is just gone for Logic, in my opinion. But maybe that can change right now with this track. A lot of you guys are giving it praise, saying he's back to his old ways. That's what you guys always say, though, so I can't really take y'all word. It's featuring Dwn2earth. I don't know who that is. So, I don't want to do too much talking, man. Young Sasuke, show me what you got, man. Like always, been fucking talking too much, man. Let's get right into this, man. We got Young Sasuke, OCD, featuring Dwn2earth. I had to look down for that shit because I could not remember that shit. Y'all ready? Oh, this is a singing nigga. He said, in the field ballin' with the team. Oh, yeah. That nigga was out there blowing. Closet full of kicks like. First, before we even start the track, I don't even need to continue the track right now because I already know this is going to be a certified banger. You guys are not lying right there. I can already feel the emotion surging through my body right now. I got a little bit of goosebumps. Not nothing crazy right now, but I love Dwn2earth voice. I don't know who he is, but he got a real soothing voice. Pause. I'm talking about, man. I think one thing that was missing for Logic, if you ask me, in my opinion, was the production. And I don't know if that's the samples couldn't get cleared or whatnot. I know Six had posted that shit. I've been talking about that shit. Whether the samples not being clear, whether you just going through a new producer, I don't know. But like this right here, I honestly think if you would just get some old back in the day Logic production, people will fuck with that shit because you hear the like that shit right there in itself. That shit's killing it for me, man. Like killing it in a good way. Like that shit, like it feel like I'm floating on this track getting serenaded by Dwn2earth.
Most important thing within my life is balance. I ain't talking commas and zeros or monetary. Talking self-worth. Put yourself first. Don't worry about the worst.
Man, I said that so perfectly in the last video, man. In my rise and fall of Logic, I said that to the fucking T. Look, at the end of the day, man, we don't know where people stand. It's, you know, we don't know. Logic always preaches peace, love, positivity, right? But I don't care who you are in this world. When you have all this negative shit surrounding you, you are going to lash out. It is going to build up inside you. And at some point, it's going to come out. And it's going to come out negative. It's going to come out hella negative because of all the energy you take in and you exude that shit out. I said that right there because at the end of the day, Logic has all the money. He's done everything he said he wanted to do from the get-go. But now, when it comes, look, it comes to a point where money isn't everything. You need money to survive. I understand that. We all understand that. But it comes to a point now you have to understand in life, what do you want? What is really important to you? So he's talking right here that, I mean, I'm not talking about money, man. I'm talking about shit that is actually like his balance. You know what I'm saying? Like your equilibrium. Every day, what keeps you going? Do you feel good? Is your mental good? I already said this. Whenever it's going to happen one day. I didn't get to go to the concert, man. It's, you know, whatever stuff happened. But when I have this conversation with Logic, the first question I always ask, and that goes for any artist. I've talked to not a lot, but most. Probably 10 to 20. And I've always asked them, how's your mental? How are you feeling? What is going through your mind? Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the music. They are human beings too.
Writing rhymes before I headline at a festival. But all that's running through my mind is bottom lines and decimals. So focused on the brand, sometimes forget about the man. Reflecting in the mirror with
that real shit. Sometimes you can lose sight because you're making so much money. You're headlining at a festival. There's a reason why you headlining at this festival. You have the rattpack behind you. You have all these fans behind you, all this support. But then at the end of the day, all you really thinking about is lines and decimals. You're thinking about that check, which is not a bad thing. And for you who's had a troubled past, Logic, I mean, sometimes that could get the best of you. So sometimes maybe you got to sit back, look in the mirror, and have a little reflection and understand what's going on with me. Because if at that point you getting clouded by the money, maybe everything that you've worked to achieve, everything that you've done in your past to get to the point you are now, don't get lost. You've come a long way. Don't get lost. Like, sometimes it's all it takes is a little break.
They think they know who I am. In the field, balling with the team.
I'm sorry for the pauses, but again, I'm going to remember this at the end of the video. At the end of the day, we really don't know what goes through Logic's mind.
As they see me, they clench the device that's in their hand. Don't even say hello or like, can I get one for the gram? That's when I be like, fuck no, but you can shake my hand.
What? I ain't got no pants on, so I can't even get up. But damn, I feel, bruh, in a serious matter, I ain't got no pants on, so I really couldn't get up. But in a serious matter, man, think about that, bruh. Like, think about that. Honestly, think about that. Like, Logic just said that you guys don't even look at him as a person. You guys look at him as an object. This is the funny part. I got a little story for you guys. You know what? If you don't like what I'm saying, you don't like me pausing the video, guess what? You can go ahead to that top right corner. You can hit that X button. Get the fuck up out of here. This is what we do on this channel. We talk. The fuck? Y'all be, well, why you sit there and do a reaction if you ain't gonna do a reaction? We don't want to see the reaction. No, nigga, I'm here from a talk. This ain't a reaction video. That's just clickbait too. I'm here talking, all right? Anyways, it's just sad that when you really think about it, a lot of the Rat Pack fans, and I understand that, man. I guess I'm in a different position because I wouldn't say I'm not saying I'm anywhere as popular as, you know, I'd probably say I'm like even like D plus famous. Shit, I say I'm F minus if you want to go ahead with it. I don't even think I'm popular, but you guys give me that stature. You guys give me the ability to say I'm kind of somebody. But when it comes to someone who's at the top, look, I've met famous people. Low key. That's the crazy part too. At the end of the day, bro, I fear no man. You know what I'm saying? You bleed blood just like me. Anybody, you know, at the end of the day, we are all vulnerable. We're all human beings. So when you're trying to meet someone such as Logic and you put him at this pedestal, I think people tend to forget that he's just a human. He's just a guy. He's a 30-year-old male from Maryland who's out here who just has a little bit more money, and sometimes he just wants a simple conversation. I even said that before in the past. Look, you hold your camera out. I'm so blown by this. How do people, when they meet people, the first thing they do is they pull their camera out like, hey, bro, if I ever met Kanye West, if I ever met Andre 3000, I don't need the clout. I don't need, maybe at the end of the conversation, I'll ask for a picture, you know what I'm saying, for memory's sake, you know, just to cherish that. But like the first initial thing, you know what, an artist actually might, if you want to actually make it for a business move, let me give you some business tips. If you want a business move and you actually want to become a friend of Logic or any other artist in that matter, maybe if you actually have a conversation with them, talk with them, give them, you know, some tips, talk about your own life, your own experience. Maybe they might give you your number, and then you guys could be friends. It could be a start of a friendship. But people don't really they lose hindsight of that. They forget. They treat these people like pets. They treat these people like, like you my entertainer. Remember, Denzel Curry said it best in Taboo when he did the video. I forget with the clowns and shit. I forget what song that was. But what I'm saying is, man, you just gotta remember, man, at the end of the day, these are all still people. And it's funny because I may not be the most insightful person. I always say this, but I'm real as shit. I said that in the Raisi Logic video. I said if I ever met Logic, we would just literally have a conversation. We would just talk. You know what I'm saying? He hit me up. And I said, you know what? At the end of the day, we could just chill. We could talk. Even if it came to somebody like Playboy Cardi. Aside from the music, it ain't about the music. I can hate someone like Playboy Cardi or Lil Uzi. But I can sit down and have a conversation because I'm mature enough to do that. A lot of you guys aren't because you guys get really butthurt and but I can do that, all right? As much as I like to frantic and run around and make all these funny faces and get excited, I can know when to sit down and have a conversation with somebody and treat somebody as a human being and ask them how their day was before. Like, hey, can I get a picture? I've met plenty of famous people and have not documented it. That's the crazy part. I have not documented that. Because what for? The clout? Come on, man. Like, it's not worth that. It's really not worth that. And I don't like to invade anybody's space. That's another thing too. You invading space. Yeah, you may see Travis Scott, but you got to keep it 100 like that. If Travis Scott is in the mall, he got glasses on, he don't want to be talked to, don't talk to him. Hit your wave and keep it moving. That's what you got to do. So I think a lot of people really don't understand it. They don't have the chemical balance to really understand that. Man, my bad for talking, bro. I should have just saved that for the end of the video. Let me keep going.
No, but I much prefer a photograph. I mean, can I have a photograph? Damn, all these people nowadays is so unusual. They grab to snap a pic with you to get more likes. Baby mama stomach never crummy. We get big bread. Trying to be the greatest, that shit been dead. I'm trying to be that.
Now, if you're going to say that, stick to what you just said there, Logic. Because you don't want to be the greatest, I want to be the happiest. I can respect that. That's why why I can appreciate somebody like a J. Cole. Because J. Cole, yes, while he is still, talked about as being one of the greats, even though he gets a lot of negative shit, such as a LeBron. I say J. Cole is the LeBron James of the rap game today. He gets all this hate, but he still keeps going. He still keeps doing his thing. He's happy. He's not really worried about it. And I can respect somebody like that that's not affected by social media presence or just, society in general. I can respect that. So I think you need to kind of take a step back there and also, realize that you have the Rat Pack behind you. You have millions behind you. Make the music that you want to make as long as you're happy. Don't lash out on the haters. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little advice from me. But who's me? I'm just Dev.
See us in that drop top Beamer. Feel like go deep, feeling OCD.
I told y'all, man. I told y'all. Like, this track right here alone answered, most of my questions that I had on the last video. But now it's Logic's job to actually stick to his words, stick to his lyrics, to see if he really means what he says. I think a lot of people don't really ask a lot from Logic, when you really look at the grand scheme. I think most of the Rat Pack fans and just his casual fans in general just kind of just ask for something that's real. I feel like you can't look through real. You can't see through real. And when you see him do these tracks with the Juicy J in the strip club, yeah, he's having fun, or I'm balling. Like, that shit always play on NBA TVT. I understand that you're getting your bag. Like, I'm on your side when it comes to that thing. But what I don't understand is a lot of people are stating that you've run out of things to talk about. You've run out of experiences. I really don't think that at all. I think that you're just not dwelling deep in your mind. You have a lot of shit going on. OCD, obviously OCD is it's mental disorder. I don't want to be disrespectful, but you guys know what OCD is. When you have to overly compulsive disorder, or is the C word something else? I don't know what the C stands for, but you just have to perfect everything. It's just this little twink in your head that makes you feel differently. And I know that you've talked about anxiety. I know you talked about suicide. I know you talked about depression. And I know a lot of that. A lot of these mental health issues can, evolve from each other. depression leading to anxiety, leading to, furthermore, I don't know how it goes. I mean, I've had, a slight bit of depression, but I don't talk about it. I kind of just, deal with it in my own way. But you just gotta be happy for yourself, Logic. I feel like that's the number one thing. You gotta be happy for yourself and what you're doing. You have a fan base. You have your fans. You don't really need to worry about anybody else. This track right here is exactly what everybody's been asking for. You heard the production in there. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like, I love that. I love that. It was really heartfelt. And having a feature like Dwn2earth, I think that picking the right artist for you is also another thing. I loved having Dwn2earth on there. A lot of people were saying that Dwn2earth was the highlight, but I don't think so at all. You said a lot of real shit in this track right here that a lot of people need to listen to. It's exactly like, look, when you speak the real, people are gonna fuck with you. If that's what's going through your mind right now, you're trying to be the top, all you're worrying about is the dotted line. I'm not really worried about my fans, I'm not really about the quality, then talk about that. Talk about how that's been fucking you up. Talk about how you need to take a step back. I need to look in the mirror. I need to understand, where I come from, the man I once was. Talk about shit like that. Talk about your kid. You got your kid on the way. Talk about that experience, what's going to happen, how you feeling about that, what you need to do. I can really feel you one-on-one when you're talking about that. People really could pull their phone out before asking you how you are, having a conversation with you, acting like you're an object and not a person. That's really crazy to me. How can you meet your idol? You say you support me, I'm your idol, and you don't even want to have a conversation with me. You just want to take a picture with me and you want to leave. So you can put it on Instagram, you put it on social media, and you can have all the clout. I really don't understand that. Like I said, I've had a lot of one-on-one with popular, famous people that has never been documented. At the same time, I don't run off even to my best friend to say that. It's a secret to me because I'm fulfilled for myself that I was able to have that conversation. Someone like Kanye West, Andre 3000, I said at the beginning of the video, like if someone had like that and that stature and that's important to me, for real, had that, I saw them, I would literally ask and talk to them. I would ask for a 30-minute conversation before I asked for a picture. If they had to give me, do you want a conversation or do you want a picture? A conversation any day, because I want to soak in. I want to soak in their mind. I want to soak in their intelligence. I want to soak in information from them. I want to learn from the greats. I just don't really understand why people just can't get that through their minds. And that's why I feel like people are a different breed. People don't really understand that. Again, I'm in a different stature, so maybe that's why I kind of just have that laid back, chill back demeanor where I'm just kind of just like, I'll talk to you as a person. I really like, oh shit, it's cool. But I will never ever just pull out a phone or pull out a camera and put it in someone's face like that. That's fucked up. So I feel where he's coming from with that. And again, it's a lot of really just a lot of build up, I feel like, from Logic, and that comes with him not really talking to nobody, him not really expressing himself through his music, him just kind of just holding in, man. You gotta talk about it. So I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I don't want to go too much on a rant, man. This video is already 22 minutes long, raw footage. Let me know how you feel about the track in the comment box below, man. Let me know what you felt like what Logic said. Let me know if you feel like this is the direction Logic should go in. If No Pressure is going to be, or No Pressure, Under Pressure 2, whatever it's called, is going to be like this, then I feel like, man, we're going to have something special on our hand. Or not even special, but something that we can actually enjoy and not just bash them on and say, hey, what was this? What was that? Because when you talk about real shit, it'll never get criticized as much. All right, when you talk about your real shit, like say if you talked about the death of somebody and talked about the birth of your child, no one's going to shit on you unless you do it like Chance the Rapper on The Big Day. No one's going to shit on you, all right? And that's real. So if he keeps No Pressure like this with this formula and keeps it real and keeps it heartfelt, I feel like we can have something special from Logic, and we haven't had that in a long time, in my opinion. Again, thank you, Rattpack, for always supporting me. You guys are the realest, man. Thank you guys for supporting me. Logic, man, we didn't get to meet in concert, man, but it's all good, man. Next time you come out, we can slide. If you haven't seen the video of me, the rise and fall of Logic, go check that out. I think you guys are 700 likes away. I said if you guys get 3,000 likes, I would do top 5 favorite tracks from each Logic album. That video, those videos will get out. I promise you. I will not lie to you. I promise you. But thank you guys for supporting like always, man. Hey, I'm sorry for talking a lot on this video, but that's what I do. I talk. If you don't like it, you can always just leave. I'm not forcing you to watch me. Get in the comment box below. Let me know how you feel. Don't forget to follow me on social media. Let me know what you want to hear. Until next time, it's been your boy Dev. You're out. Peace.